What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. And Shannon Sharpe has addressed Kirk Herbstreit on Nightcap and has revealed that they have exchanged text messages. Now, you know Kirk Herbstreit went to Ohio State and he was taken up for Ryan Day. And a lot has been said on many platforms, not just First Take, about Ryan Day and his potential, uh, to end up not the coach no more, right? But I think a lot of that conversation was losing to Michigan at home on a down year. Many felt like that's just a game you cannot lose when Michigan isn't top of the top like they typically are. So, Shannon Sharp, he kind of went in on First Take without going all the way in. Stephen A took the high road, so he kind of followed his lead, but sent a warning to them that if they did that again, then he would say how he really felt. Well, he addressed it again on Nightcap. We're gonna check it out.
Watch First Take this morning. You saw me issue a statement to Herbie and Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler. And I just want to clear there. I want to set the record straight because what happened was, into my estimation, the game Ohio State and Michigan. And Michigan was Ohio State was 19-point favorite. This was their opportunity to get their get back. They haven't been in the Big Ten championship game in quite some time. They hadn't beat Michigan in quite some time. So this was their opportunity. Harbaugh's gone, and he took a lot of players with him to the NFL. And so a 19-point favorite, a home favorite, and this was your opportunity to get your get back, to get your lick back, and get into the Big Ten championship game. And that didn't happen. And so I tweeted, I mean, if losing this game, does Ryan Day get to keep his job? I think that's a very fair question to ask, considering you've lost. I mean, you've lost 4 out of 5. You lost the last 3 now. Ohio State is one of these blue buds. It is just not good enough to win 10 games in a year. And I know he's a really good coach, but at the end of the day, you're not paid the kind of money. You're paid to be really good. You're paid to be great. You're paid to beat Michigan, win Big Ten championships, and go compete for the national champion. Now, there's still a chance.
Let me stop Shannon and interject right here, just right quick. With the expansion of the college football playoff, it gives you a little bit more leeway to lose some of these games in the regular season. If you can still get in and, win a few games in the college football playoff, then all sins are forgiven from the regular season. So if you're a powerhouse playing in a power conference, you do get a chance to have a couple stumbles that you couldn't have prior. So in previous years, yeah, this making them miss the college football playoff will be an issue. But now that they have 12 teams, those sorts of things aren't looked at the same way.
He can win the college football playoff because you can't win if you're not in. But for me, guys, and I want to go ahead and say this, Kirk and I exchanged texts earlier today. But my point was, and I don't know if he was talking to me but I just felt that I didn't think at that point in time the commentary was warranted. Yes, Ohio State won. I think everybody knows Kirk Herbstreit went to Ohio State. He mentioned, someone sent me a thing that he and Ryan Day are very good friends. So I think he was taking up for his friends. But I believe you can take up for your friends without taking a shot at your teammates. And I felt he was taking a shot at First Take. Now, maybe I wasn't on that day that he was talking about, but everybody that's on First Take, if anybody knows anything about me, they know I'm a great teammate. Whether I played in Denver, where I played at Baltimore, whether I was on CBS, whether I was on Fox, I'm a very good teammate. And when you take a shot at them, you take a shot at me. And I just thought it was unwarranted because I didn't think it added anything to the commentary. It was totally, for me, I thought it was totally unnecessary. So we had a conversation today. We cleared the air. He told me what he was thinking. He apologized. I let him know what I was thinking. But and I know I wasn't sensitive, because if I was sensitive, I'd have really laid into it. Y'all know me. I don't bite my tongue for nobody. There are certain times that I felt that that you should stand down in the situation before you say something that you will regret at a later date in time. But in that situation, I was very, very disappointed because I'm like, whoa, bro. This is not the time or place. And if you got teammates that you got a problem with somebody they said, and anybody that's ever been a teammate, if I got a problem with my teammates in Denver, I got a teammate with my teammates in Baltimore, or CBS or Fox or now at ESPN, I'm not gonna air it. I'm gonna talk to them. And it was a very similar situation with Ocho and I. And I called Ocho and I had a conversation with him, and I said, "Bro, that's my bad. You and I have had conversations about this subject before, and I should have again reached out to you and said, Ocho, I need you to be more on time, handle this thing a little bit more professional. But I let my frustrations and I let my I'm not trying to big up Ocho, but if we're trying to do what you want to do and what you say you want to do, we're going to have to be professional, because people that might want to purchase this want to know that we're going to be on time. If the start time is 8, guys, y'all know we can't start at 8:10, 8:07, 8:13, 8:15. We're going to have to be professional, and I want to be professional at all times. But I was glad that Herbie reached out. We were able to put this behind us. I know it blew up. I didn't think it was going to go the way it did. But no, my ESPN bosses did not reach out to me and ask me to issue this. I don't know if they reached out to him and asked him to get in touch with Shannon. I don't know. But I just know how I felt. I was disappointed because I didn't think that added anything to the commentary, and he didn't need to. Okay, I know he's happy that Ohio State won, and I know that he lives in Columbus, the Columbus area, and he mentioned that he's a very good friend of Ryan Day. But being good friends and then taking a shot, and I just wanted to know: are we teammates or are we not teammates? That's all I needed to know. Because if we're not teammates, okay, hell, let's throw caution to the wind, and every chance we get, because I got my show 5 nights a week. And I get an opportunity, if that's how it's going to go, I'll take shots 5 nights a week until no moss, until I see not no white flag. I know I need to see white clouds in the sky. Totally. So that's where I was on that, guys. And so Herbie and I are good now. I'm glad we had the text communication. And that's what grown men and adults, that's how they should handle the situation. We shouldn't have to go back and forth on social media. I wish that incident did not happen. I don't think it had to happen, but I think we both learned from that situation and how to handle situations like that moving forward.
Yeah, again, I think Kirk Herbstreit, he's Ohio State to the core, and he felt his school pride at the time, and he took some shots at First Take. And I know some people feel like, with the notoriety that Shannon and Stephen A is getting, they take a lot of shots or a lot of pot shots from different people. But Kurt Herbstreit, he would say something like that, to other people too about Ohio State. And Shannon Sharpe says, the bosses didn't tell him to apologize, and he don't know if they talked to Herbstreit, which I'm pretty sure maybe they said something to Herbstreit because he's a straight up and down employee. And as far as Shannon, um, he's bringing a lot of numbers in. But Kurt Herbstreit, he's a big guy too over there at ESPN during the college games. And I think, the communication is what needed to happen to nip this early on. Um, but at the same time, when you take those type of shots, you have to expect something to come back to you. Ryan Day, if you look at it back a long time ago, or not even so long ago, but before the college football playoff, not beating Michigan, if you're an Ohio State coach, especially a year where you're the stronger team, um, you would remove this college football playoff experience out the equation, and that would probably put you on the chopping block, because that's one thing you have to do. You don't have to beat them every time, but uh, it needs to always be competitive games. And when they're down, if one of the other team is down, you have to beat them at home. You cannot let them come in your house and beat you, because again, before this season, that would have taken them out of the college football playoff. But this is a good era for coaches to coach in. You can take a few L's and still play for the whole thing, especially if you take them early enough. But you don't have to get to your conference championship game to be eligible, because that would, like, if you weren't at your conference championship game, a lot of times that would automatically make you ineligible for the top four teams in the college football playoff. But um, again, with today's rules, you have a little more leeway, and these guys will be judged differently, and they'll be able to hold on to their jobs a little bit longer, especially you have a season like 10-2, um, or something like that, and you lose early on in the season to be able to get your ranking back. But it is something to monitor. It is something to monitor. I think Shannon is spot on, with what he was saying. It's just a different day. We hadn't seen the 12 team system before this year. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about it though in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.